Us podcast. I am your host, Eli. Today we have a special guest. Today's a sit-down conversation talk, just to have a good conversation, just catch up and have a good time. He's played multiple games, from Stellaris to PlanetSide 2 to GTA 5 to Skyrim to From the Depths. Today I have my good friend, Trevor.
Hello. And like I would like to say again, I don't think those games qualify as like a really expanded, broad view of games, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You have your shooters. You have
Okay.
your RPG.
Okay,
You do... Oh, and I forgot one. Dark Souls.
that's true.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is a very good game.
We
let's be
have
honest.
beaten Dark Souls 1 together.
Can I say, that was a really good time.
That was so hard.
If you are looking for a good time with your friends, though, I would definitely recommend getting Dark Souls 1 together and you just play through it with each other.
Here's the generalization of Dark Souls 1. You either lose friends or gain companions.
That is true. That is true.
Because of the sole fact, it is one of the hardest games you could be playing on the market today.
Freaking, I just like to, especially when we did it together, right? Just the cooperative fact that every area we did was co-op. Now, sure, I would definitely say beat the game by yourself first, just to, get that kind of experience of doing it by yourself.
But if you can do it by yourself, that's a thing. Because the thing is, I never beat Dark Souls before we played.
Really?
I never beat Dark Souls 1.
Well, actually, I never had beaten Dark Souls 1 either. I was at the very end.
Yeah.
I don't know, I never got around to actually beating it, but I did get, all the way through it and beat all the bosses.
The farthest I ever got was Orange Tea and Smo.
That's the real challenge. That's really the first challenge, though. Now,
Actually, your first challenge, honestly, if you go the long way to get the Quelaag, it's the Capra Demon.
okay, now I will. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's your first severe challenge.
That was the one that actually I was like, holy crap, this game's getting a little hard.
Because the gargoyles, they're hard, but the fact is that if you get Solaire,
That's true.
and you just bring in a random person in,
It's
it's piece of cake. If you do it solo, it can be a little tedious and a little challenging because you have to deal with the fact that you have to cut the tails off quickly.
yeah. If you want the axe, obviously, and the items.
And the ability of them not flying.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and I think the hard part comes, especially with the gargoyles, is there's two of them. So obviously when you get one, I think it's when you get one of them low enough on health, the other one shows up, or is it on a time limit? I can't remember.
It's on a time limit. So
is it on time limit?
I think it is. One will just show up. I think if you just stand there and not even attack the other dude, the other one will show up.
Yeah, it's as long as you have just are good at multitasking, that one's not bad. The Capra Demon really is not a hard boss fight, and everybody knows this. It's always just the stupid arena.
Oh yes,
That's the only reason that it's hard, and the stupid dogs, because in Dark Souls, screw the dogs, man. Worst part by far.
Oh, it is. It is you have this tight spot, tight area, and you're literally you have two dogs you have to face first. Those are the first two you just got to take. You got one swing them.
Yeah, you got to hurry and kill the dogs while trying to avoid. And stairs, especially in that arena, your best friend by far.
Oh yeah, it is. It is one of the best friends that you could have.
Take advantage of the stairs and run away from the dogs. Well, you need to kill the dogs first.
Well, and honestly, if you just do a jumping attacks on the Capra Demon, you can stun him, get 2 more hits in. Really, it's not a bad fight, but it's a challenge. It's your first challenge in the game if you take the long way.
I just think it's the first couple maybe 30, 40 seconds of that arena. That's the hardest part, is getting to the stairs, avoiding the dogs, avoiding the Capra Demon, killing the dogs. As soon as you got the dogs killed and you're still pretty good at evading. I mean, the arena's still small and it's kind of challenging because there's not a lot of room to move around. But as long as you take good advantage of the stairs, maybe try and do plunging attacks, or black firebombs are also a really effective strategy in that boss fight too.
Oh yeah, and that one, of course, black firebombs, you could cheese the crap out of that.
That's true.
You could cheese the crap in that game. Come on, the first boss, you can walk in there and throw 6 firebombs and be okay.
No, I've heard with the Asylum Demon, I've heard that you can just cheese him with the black firebombs if you take black firebombs as a gift.
You can. I've done it.
I've never done it myself because I've always done the Master Key.
I did it on a run, but
did you?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you get through the game quick and get to the depths quick, you can actually just pick up the Master Key.
I know
from that merchant for 3,000.
Yeah, I know you can pick up the Master Key later. I always just take it.
It's a quick first one to get, and it's not bad. It's really not.
And I mean, Another one that I had a really hard problem on, maybe this is just me, was was Seath the Scaleless. Now everyone's like, oh, that's easy.
No, heck no, that is not easy at all.
I know how to kill him fast. I just don't know why, but I cannot do it. All you gotta do is just stand right in his little crotch, pretty much.
Yeah, his crotch, and you basically just take on like
Because I mean, some of his attacks won't hit you if you're standing right next to him. I found out.
Yeah, and it's not bad, but it's the fact that the curse damage in that game is brutal. It's brutality.
I don't know why, but I just every time I do that boss fight, I always die. No matter whether I'm standing in the right spot or not, I just always die on that boss fight. I don't know why. It's just maybe it's in my head at this point. I don't know. And you're right though. The curse damage too. Maybe that's like a mental factor. Maybe that's just getting in my head. Is like, crap. I don't want to get cursed, and then I got to go get a purging stone from that guy up in the tower where the gargoyles is. What is his name?
I thought you can go get a purging stone from the lady from the shortcut.
Oh, from the moss lady?
Yeah, no, you can get the one that gives poison arrows and all that.
Yeah, the crazy moss lady.
Yeah, you can get them from her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you only could get them from.
No, you can get them from her, but I think they're super expensive.
Oh, what is his
I think they're 6,000 souls a piece.
Ugh.
But I think his are like 3,000.
Well, I mean, you're still gonna be paying a decent price.
You're paying a decent price to get back half your health.
Exactly. You want half your health back. That just sucks. And well, okay, fine. What was your hardest boss in Dark Souls 1?
Hardest boss.
At least for you. I mean, everyone had I don't know why, but there's always this trend in Dark Souls when. Now, sure, that it's kind of like overall, there's kind of like hard bosses, but everybody always has this one boss that like some people find easy and some people find hard.
Let's not count Orange D and Smough because that is considered the hardest boss in the game. I'm not going to. Yeah, every other boss because there's 25 other bosses.
Is there really 25?
Yeah, there's 26 altogether if we don't count Orange D and Smough.
Okay, no, if we're including the DLC, I would definitely like to say
Manus.
Artorias. Really, Manus? I thought Artorias was much harder.
No, Artorias, we beat him on the second try.
Well, I know, but there was two of us, though.
Yeah, but the fact is, soloing him, I've got 3/4 of his health down.
Really?
Yeah, by myself.
Freaking... I will also say Black Dragon Kelmy was pretty hard, too, soloing.
Black Kelmy was surprisingly, not that challenging for me.
Well...
I remember that. We were going to join together, and then
And then just turn in, let's just try it solo.
Yeah, no, because I defeated it first, and you're like, nope, I gotta do it. I'm like,
freaking, yeah.
I can help you, brother. I can help you.
No. Well, freaking, you were like, oh, I got the Black Knight sword. I'm like, okay, Silver Knight Spear, let's do this. I don't know. I thought Black Dragon Kelmy was hard, at least for me.
It was a challenge. Like, you had to avoid its black fire, and you had to avoid a lot of its attacks. It's really hard, but once it's on the ground and stuff, super, like, you can figure out strategy quick.
I honestly, in my opinion, I thought Manus was probably the easiest out of all the DLC bosses, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I know he's got, like, the 7-hit combo of death, but I found it really easy to dodge. I don't know why.
I honestly thought the first boss in the DLC,
the Sanctuary Guardian.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll agree with you,
I thought that was super easy. Like, I went back and redid the DLC and went solo on all of them, and that was the easiest.
Yeah, I got beat the Sanctuary Demon the second time. The first time it kind of surprised me because I wasn't expecting a boss fight like that quick.
Yeah.
But once I was like, okay, I fought him once, I kind of got his attacks down. And then, yeah, it's not really that hard.
No, and it's really shocking how, like, the DLC has kind of like a story.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, when you meet that chick, when you defeat the
Dusk.
Hydra, and then you defeat that stupid freaking, like, crystal dude.
Yeah, you free Dusk.
Yeah, Dusk, and basically there's a story towards it, and in the end you find her.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that you get to see the other the 3 Knights of Gwyn. You get to see Artorias. You get to see the other two. Their names kind of escape me right now.
I can't remember their names right now.
I know their names.
But you do get to see the 3 Knights, which is pretty impressive.
And so that means we've seen all 4 of them then. Now we get to see freaking Ornstein.
Yeah.
We get to see Artorias, and then the other 2.
They are spacing right now in the back of my mind. They are so spacing, it's ridiculous.
I know their names. I just cannot remember them off the top of my head right now. But whatever, moving along. Yeah, it's cool because you get to see Artorias' kind of adventure into the Abyss and see what happened to him. And then you kind of go to Darkroot Garden. It's like in the past.
Yeah.
I
in the
really
Royal Field or whatever
the Royal Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was really cool. Freaking DLC. I like that one.
That
a lot.
DLC to me is the best. But for you, out of all games,
Yes.
what DLC is worth your money?
DLC out of every single game or out of Dark Souls?
Like out of every single game that you've played, what DLC to you? Like I'll give you like top 5. Like if you want to give me like some of your favorites, which ones do you consider the best DLCs? Because to me, I could only consider the first Dark Souls DLC
to be worth it.
Like Bloodborne's was fun. I can say Bloodborne's was a solid, fun game. It was really good. I love the DLC. But when I played Dark Souls 3 DLC, because I got to play it at a friend's house, it was just ridiculous. It was getting to the point where it was like, okay, guys, let's just do a sausage fest of death.
Well, I can't say anything on Dark Souls 3 DLC. I haven't played that one. From what I've heard, though, it's pretty difficult. Like, really hard. I don't know how true that is, obviously. I haven't seen any gameplay or I haven't played it. I'm still getting through Dark Souls 3. And, like you said, I'm right now at the Grand Archives. If I remember correctly, yes. And I know, and I want to hurry and finish it because I've got, obviously, like,
you got two bosses left. Okay. You got the Prince boss.
Yeah, Prince Lothric and then the final boss.
And the younger brother, and then you got the final boss.
Yeah. And I do want to do another playthrough, since right now we're going through Dark Souls 2 right now together. And then we need to do Dark Souls 3, and then we need to see... I'm pretty sure we could still get Bloodborne to work.
Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, we could easily get Bloodborne to work. Like, my friend still plays it today.
Yeah, so I think we should still... I think we need to do Bloodborne once we get all through Dark Souls, because it still is a kind of Dark Souls game.
And if we could ever figure out how to do a Demon Souls...
Yeah, I would like to do that, too.
Yeah, that would be great, but the servers went down in 2014 for that game.
Okay, never. Well, I don't know. We'll have to look into it.
There's probably a PC version somewhere you can find.
I still say though we need to complete those ones, because we've already done. We're at the very end of Dark Souls 2 actually. I don't. Now, out of all the games, I really like, now that I've played through Dark Souls 2 again, because I played it when it first came out, right?
Yeah.
And I hated it. I just hate, because the combat felt wonky, and it's still in compared to Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1. Yeah, it's weird. It's really floaty.
It's horrible. It's one of those games where you're like, I wish they spent another like 6 months on combat.
Yeah, and like it feels sluggish. That like feels like you're trying to move through Jello. And after I've played through it now, I think my opinion of it's changed. I do see some things I like about the game. There are some things I do like.
Life gems. That was the cheese point about that game. Was the fact that life gems, you could buy thousands of life gems throughout your gameplay.
I'll totally agree with you. Freaking, once you have the ability to buy life gems, and once you start getting like a crap ton of souls, there's really no you're like, I don't have to worry about healing items anymore, because I can just buy 99 life gems, and if
you figure out how to get the unlimited life gems, it's like, okay, we're done.
It's easy. Yeah, once I got the ability to get life gems, and we've been playing through this blind, and once we figured out, we're like, oh, we can get unlimited life gems, I was like, well, now it was kind of pointless for me to like kind of invest points into attunement, into faith, because I was trying to go for healing. I was like, there's no real point now that I have like pretty much unlimited freaking life gems.
I think the only point is that like you can heal others.
Yeah, true. I mean,
like if we all stand around you, you can do a great heal and it would get us. Yeah, that was the only reason. But
but even then, you've only got like one. Was it 2 or 1 uses of great heal? So even then, it's like
it's life death.
Yeah, it's just like, just use life gems. It's easier.
Yeah, life gems basically made faith builds a piece of crap.
At least in my opinion, because like there's no real point to have healing at that point.
There's no point in having like any of the the healing spells in general.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna use life gems, and I've already got like full Estus, so there's no like, I'm good on healing items. I don't have to worry about that.
And there's some items in the game like you need 67 like intelligence.
Was it really?
Yeah, to use one spell, and I'm like, this spell better be like the best fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Better be like the BFG in freaking Doom, right?
Yeah,
murder everything.
Yeah, murder everything. No, it's ridiculous. You don't need it, and it's too much.
Mm-hmm. Now, and you were trying to do you were putting points into intelligence too, since obviously we're doing it co-op. Like we're getting like an absolute ridiculous amount of souls because we fight every boss twice, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so it's like you were putting some points into intelligence. And what do you think of the intelligence kind of
I
stuff?
think it's good. Dark Souls 1 did it the best, in my opinion. They did it really. They're like the best. Dark Souls 2, I like it because there's no, like, bar. Because Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3 had this thing where, like, you had a magic bar.
Yeah.
And it really, really sucks. Like, it's really difficult. It's a challenge that most intelligence builds do have a tough time with. Because it's like, you have to level that up as well. Because you can level up the bar to go higher, but it's the fact that you got to put points into that. And that takes away from intelligence, strength, endurance, and vitality. And your equipment load. God, your equipment load. I hate the equipment load was taken away from endurance.
I still have yet, when playing through Dark Souls 3, I still have yet, since I started as deprived, I still have yet to upgrade my vitality and increase my equip load. Because I'm like, endurance, health, dex, because I'm a dirty dex builder. I love dex builds, man. Now, now that I've been playing Dark Souls 3 a little more recently, and I've been doing a little more PvP, I haven't noticed this as much, but for a little bit there, I absolutely hated weapon skills. I hated them. Because when I would do PvP, that's all it just turned into, was a weapon skill spam.
It is. It feels like sometimes that happens, but then you get the guys who actually know how to PvP.
Yeah. And I don't know why, like, maybe now that I've been playing it again recently, I haven't noticed it nearly as much. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a streak of bad luck.
I think you're getting into the part where it's like it's farther into the game.
Maybe
where you're getting more like people who are in the game who are actually like dived in 100 hours into this game. Like, hey, okay, I've learned how to PvP properly, not just this bullshit. Freaking, I'm gonna use my special every damn time, and I hate the fact like PvPing like in certain areas. You literally will get spammed with 3 to 4 enemies.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing I have a problem with Dark Souls 3 PvP is it's just gankers, constant ganking.
Yeah, and like in the swamp and like near the Crystal Sage area, you're basically facing people who are joined a covenant.
Oh yeah, and
like they'll hop in when someone's in there, human, they'll hop in.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
Now everyone, I've read a bunch of things and I've heard from a lot of people. They do like the weapon skills, and I definitely can see why. It adds another variety of weapon attacks.
Yeah.
But honestly, now this is gonna sound a little weird, but my favorite thing that they've done with Dark Souls 2 combat, or Dark Souls say, is how Dark Souls 3 did your offhand weapons. Now hear me out on this, okay?
Okay. I'm hearing.
Okay.
I'm hearing.
So now when you offhand a weapon in Dark Souls 2, right?
Yeah.
You can still do its light and heavy attacks in your offhand.
Yeah.
That is what I love that. I absolutely loved that. Is because I can two-hand 2 weapons.
Yeah.
And I still have both my light attacks and both my heavy attacks for both weapons. So I can use 2 weapons, use the advantages. So usually I would try running with like what did I use in what is my weapon in Ice Rapier? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Ice Rapier in Dark Souls 2 is like
that's such a broken weapon.
That's such a broken weapon, but that's a DLC weapon.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Like there's base weapons that you can get and DLC weapons. DLC weapons are so broken, it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to bring this real back to how I loved Dark Souls 2, that aspect. I really wish that would have kept over. Now, like I said, I can see why people like the weapon skills. I just really like being able to do the light attack and the strong attack in my offhand weapon, so I could use a spear in my offhand. And obviously I know spears aren't good for PvP, but I'm just saying this kind of for PvE aspect right now.
Yeah, PvE aspects. There's actually there is a invader that you can only get offline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you remember where that horde of rats were, that boss?
Yeah.
Right before you hit there, if you're on offline mode, there is a person that you can invade you, and you can fight.
I did not know that.
Every time you go there. Yeah, I found that out through a video of Secrets of Dark Souls 2. I don't remember like the title of it, but it was actually a good video. I actually found a lot of information.
I mean, I guess that's just one thing I really liked about Dark Souls 2 was just that option, so I could have a spear in my one hand, and I don't lose any of its like attacks. I could still do all the attacks a spear can do. Now, sure, I don't have my rolling and like backstep attacks, obviously, because it's my offhand, but I still can do light attacks and strong attacks, and especially if your weapon that you have in your offhand has like kind of a varied moveset with its light attack and strong attacks, you still get the benefit of having that varied moveset, even though it's in your offhand, and then you can have another weapon in your other hand. Obviously, stamina and whatnot, you still have to worry about that and everything. But I don't know, I just liked having that option of just, I can still fully use a weapon in my offhand, and then I can have another thing or whatever else I want.
Yeah, that actually made the game like really, really unique in itself. That's why Dark Souls 2 to some people it's like one of the better games. But I never liked the fact that every time you died, you lost part of your health.
No.
I understand that.
Yeah, I can see why they did it because they want to kind of because like in Dark Souls 1, there was no repercussion to dying, and when they talk about in the lore and everything, it's you're going hollow when you die, right?
Yeah.
And obviously they wanted to kind of implement that kind of like lore wise.
But the fact is that the challenge was in Dark Souls 1 is the fact that to get your hollow back, you actually had to be at a bonfire.
Yeah, your humanity. You mean.
Yeah, your humanity.
Yeah,
you actually had to be at a bonfire at every time you wanted to become human. So basically, bonfires were
your main hub.
Yeah, but the problem was they were a dime and a few.
Yeah. No, that's another thing I have a problem with Dark Souls 3 is there's bonfires everywhere.
I hate the bonfire system in Dark Souls 3.
Now,
I really do.
I will also say Dark Souls 3 enemies are much more aggressive than in Dark Souls 1. I will totally agree with that.
They are.
But I still wish they would have held back on the bonfires because I was never when I was playing through Dark Souls 3, I was never really too worried about not finding a bonfire. Like when I was going through Dark Souls 1, I was always like, please let there be a bonfire around the corner. And I never really got that feeling that much in Dark Souls 3.
No, Dark Souls 3, it was like, let me think, the Crucifixion Woods.
Yeah.
Like, right after you beat that ice person and got the ice blade, there was a bonfire. Then you went through all those winged people and like those dead people. You could get the butcher knife or whatnot.
Bonfire. You could pretty much guess where it's gonna be.
Yeah, and then there was a bonfire right there. And then you go through that
the swamp area.
The swamp area before you hit the crystal stage. Bonfire.
Then you cross the swamp, go down the ladder. Bonfire.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Now, like I said, I kind of wish there was less bonfires. I don't know though. That's just me. I really liked the feeling of desperation and like hopelessness that you had in Dark Souls 1 when you're like, go around a corner, there's no bonfire, and you're like, please, I don't have any Estus left, no health.
I think the best thing they did in Dark Souls 3 was the Cleansing Church bonfire, where you had to go. You only had that one bonfire.
Okay.
In that whole area. That was the only thing that I liked.
And you had to open up the shortcuts to get back to it.
Yeah.
I can see. Yeah, I can see that. That was
their best attempt of bringing back Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, that's just another complaint I have with Dark Souls 3 now. Yeah.
I don't like the final boss in Dark Souls 3, but that's me personally.
Really? I have yet to fight him, so
I don't like
anything on that. But
there's a 2-stage event, and it's really stupid. I'd rather just do come on, it's a one solid fight. Let's not do 2-stage crap. I'm so sick of the 2-stage crap. Like the second the final boss, you have a 2-stage. Then the final boss, you have a 2-stage, and then it's like.
I'll agree with you. Every single one of the Lords of Cinder, gotta have a second stage, or like most of the bosses in Dark Souls 2, always a second stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty garbage.
Not that that's bad or anything, but
they call it a desperation stage.
Yeah, and it's like I'm alright with second stages. Orange Scene of Smoke, that's the coolest boss fight in my opinion in Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. I absolutely thought that was badass, but I don't know. It's just like every single boss in Dark Souls 3 has a second stage. I'm just like, can it just be like this the whole entire time? Now I know they're probably like, oh, we want to make it harder by the second time, so you have to pretty much learn it's going to test you even more.
Yeah.
You have to know their moveset and everything, but I don't know.
Yeah, I found Dark Souls very. It's one of those games where you love it or hate it.
I still love Dark Souls 1 because that's the first one I started, and that's probably the same with everybody. Like one of my friends who started on Dark Souls 3 and now has played through the entire series, he likes Dark Souls 3 more. And I love Dark Souls 1 more because it's probably because it's the one I started out
Yeah,
on.
it's the one you started out with. But okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this now.
Okay.
Dark Souls 1 is a challenge. Bloodborne is a challenge. Demon Souls, dear God, it's a challenge. Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 are meant for casuals.
You might stir up a lot of stuff saying that.
No, the game honestly. I had a tough time going through my first time blind playthrough of Dark Souls 1.
Yes.
I had a tough-ass time by myself. And Dark Souls 3, I got halfway through the game before Travis even started talking about playing, and I was not even having a problem.
Really?
I got to right before Priscilla, like that one fight that we did the other day. That was horrible.
Well, Was which game did you start out on again? I forgot. Dark Souls 3?
Out of all the games, I started Dark Souls 1.
Dark Souls 1. Now, was that your very, very first playthrough?
Yes.
Well, do you think maybe your skill might be a factor? Like maybe you were a
I
little
feel
more
like my
skill
skill might have been a factor, but in the same time, every game they've guaranteed to be harder.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said, these games are harder. I thought Bloodborne was the hardest.
I
Like without shields, because I'm a shield guy. I love my shields. In certain instances, I do love my shields. Dark Souls 1 is a shield thing.
casual shield user over here.
Oh, casual.
Casual.
No, casual. Oh yeah, screw you. Screw you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get double damage. What? I'm sorry.
Well, hey, I don't take any damage as long as I dodge roll it.
Yeah, you die faster.
That is true. If you get hit, you die faster.
You die so much faster as a dex build. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. How much faster?
Well, freaking dex builds are all about just how many
Dodge.
hits I can get in.
Yeah, and strength builds is power.
That's true. Power damage, baby.
So that's really it. So, other games.
Other games. Okay, so we're moving topics now.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the Dark Souls topic.
Okay. Now, I have a question then.
Okay.
So we've been playing a little bit of Stellaris. Okay. I want to know your thoughts on that game. What do you think of Stellaris?
Stellaris, like on a scale wise, or we just like overall?
Just what do you think of it in general?
In general, I like it.
Okay.
It's one of those. It's a challenging game. It's really tough. If you're playing with friends, like for me, I like playing with you on the game. It's actually really challenging. I like knowing that I have that second person who's willing to do trade agreements and willing to do research agreements.
Get the research agreements.
30 years.
Join a federation.
But 30 years is like 40 minutes of gameplay.
That's true.
That's crazy. The game can go super quick or super slow.
That's true.
Like you could go like, I feel like you can go officially day by day almost in that game.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think you can slow it down that much, but I'm pretty sure there's probably mods where you could probably do that, or you can make a mod or something.
Yeah, and spend 15 years playing.
Right.
Oh dear Lord, that would suck so much. You have to get on every day and make sure that like everything's going.
Yes.
Oh, that would suck so much. But the game is fun. Overall, I do like it. It's really challenging because you have to deal with diplomacy and your army and like all this other stuff and like research. My research. That is struggling right there. That is a hardcore struggle.
See, my favorite thing I like about Stellaris. Now, obviously, there's been a little debacle with like how much price. I think it's Utopia is right now. It's like a little overpriced for what you get. Disregarding that whole like fiasco and whatnot.
Yeah.
I really do like Stellaris, and I like it in the same vein as Total War games. I like Total War games. I like Stellaris. It kind of has like a Total War feel, but it has a lot more politics involved, which I like. I like how it's got much more politics. You've got more things besides than just war to worry about.
Yeah, I like that. I really do like the politics of it. I do like the research aspects of it. I really do like it. I do like Total War, like the one that I have, Total War Warhammer.
Yes.
That one is actually really fun. It's really challenging. Like you got to work on your diplomats and like, hey guys, we got to do some war agreements. Let's start. No, you hate me? Okay, I hate you too.
And I'll be honest. Maybe this is just me. I kind of like Attila more than Warhammer. That's just me though. I like Total War Attila a little more than Warhammer. But that's just me. Warhammer is not a bad one, and I'm gonna get Warhammer too, obviously.
Oh, is that like confirmed?
Yeah, it's gonna come out. It's like got a release date and everything.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know it off the top of my head. I think it's.
Is it this year or next year?
I want to say it's this year. Let me check actually.
But really, I thought Total War, like Warhammer, when I first got it, I like the fact that you can do simulating battles. I really do like that. That is a really solid aspect of it.
The overview with the battles and whatnot, like the
I like
tactical battle. That's awesome. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite parts about the game is that you gotta learn battle formations, everything like that.
Yeah, I thought that was really like something that you need to know. Of course, I played the other Total War, Vermintide.
Oh, did you play Vermintide?
Yeah,
or Warhammer Vermintide? Or is it Warhammer Vermintide?
I think it's Total War.
Is it?
Yeah, Total War Vermintide. It's like a 4-person hack and slash. It's really, I like it a lot, but it's way different.
Okay.
It's way different. Did you find a release date?
It's September 28th, 2017.
Oh wow, that's coming right around the corner.
That's like right around the bend. And I will get that game because I do like Total War. I started playing on I started playing on the one everyone hates, which is freaking Total War Rome 2.
Why does everyone hate that one?
Well, the main from what I've been getting, and I want to get what is it called? Total War, one with feudal Japan.
Oh, the samurai or the Samaguchi or whatever.
What is it called? Now from what I've heard, that one's the best one by far to play. It's the most balanced. It's got everything good. Now what I've heard from other people, and I want to play that one to confirm it, is everyone says like the battles, like the formations and whatnot you can do have been getting smaller and smaller. Like siege battles have been getting worse. And I will totally, and this is another reason why I like Attila a little more, and this is why I like Rome Total War. Now when you're setting up your units,
Yeah.
there's less formation. So in like Attila and Rome 2, for example, you can set up different like historical formations.
Yeah.
But in Warhammer you can't. You can just set them to like melee front, missile front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the other ones are more specific and more like...
Yeah, which I like that more, honestly. That's kind of another reason why I like it. And I don't know, it feels like siege battles in Attila just feel better than in Warhammer, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I understand. Really, I don't play a lot of those games. Like, I play more like the shooters and all that, and I play more like the RPG style. I don't play the tactical stuff that much. But when I do play, I do like it. I spend hours on...
Once you get in the tactical mind.
Yeah, once you get into the tactical mind, it's like, oh, I love it. Like lately, I've been playing the RTS Dota 2. Like, I'm one of those people who just started and like, but it's been popular since like 2012.
Isn't like Dota like more of like a MOBA, kind of like a mobile online battle arena instead of an RTS? I mean, I can see why you would. Like but
it is a MOBA. It is an online. It is a massive online battle arena. But they do consider it as an RTS. Like,
oh really?
Like if you go into the page, it says RTS.
Oh, okay.
Because of the fact that you have strategy in it, and you have to like.
And it's all real time.
Yeah, real time. You don't get like a break. You can't go. Oh, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and a bagel.
Yeah.
It's like most games we play. We can't pause.
Yeah.
But on another note, what game? Okay, like out of all your games, because you play variety like GTA 5 and like.
Well, who doesn't play GTA 5? Let's be honest.
I know quite a bit of people who
really
play GTA 5 because they don't like the aspect of the online because of the toxic community.
That is true. Freaking GTA Online has quite the community.
It does. It has a toxic community. Like I played on a pub server like a month ago, and literally this guy would not stop missile firing me from his helicopter. And then one time I hit in a building. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for you. No, I got a rocket launcher, and just
boom out of the sky. Boom.
And he was so mad. He messaged me like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hunt you down." So I left the server.
I'm gonna dox you. My dad works for Microsoft.
My dad is special. Yeah, special ed. Sorry, anyone for that. So sorry. So sorry. I make the joke because my dad's name is Ed. I'm sorry.
Can I just say that this podcast stuff's pretty fun? I like this.
Yeah,
this is pretty good.
Yeah, for your first time, it's not bad.
Yeah, but what else do we have on the agenda?
God, there's so many games. Like we've played. We've played a lot of games here. We've played since the 360, yo.
That's true. That is true. What is it? Payday 2. Can I just say
that game brings a lot of memories of hatred and love.
Can I just say though, the microtransaction pretty much debacle, that was stupid. I hated that. The stupid what were they, safes?
Yeah.
Thing. Let's give skins that even buff your weapons. No. Don't do that.
No, I still have 3 safes from that game.
Oh yeah, I've got some saves too. I don't want to spend freaking like, what was it, like $2 to open them?
Almost 3.
Almost 3? Yeah, I still have. Did they take out the safe?
No, you can earn the drills.
Oh, you can earn the drills. Okay, so that's the.
Yeah.
I haven't played Payday 2 for a really long time. What's that?
That's the thing Mace made.
Oh, it's
My-
it's
my-
the statue.
Yeah, my 3D statue for the
Oh,
dwarf thing from
yeah.
the 3D printer.
I remember that. I still have my cleric one.
Yeah, I remember that. That was actually a pretty fun time.
I'm, that's really cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
he gave those to us, I think, at GameCon?
Or
SolCon?
Yeah. Salcon.
Yeah. I just found it, like, last week or something when I was
I need to figure
cleaning
out where
something.
mine is.
But,
Huh.
but overall, okay, in your gaming experience, out of all games, do you have a game that you will never recommend to anyone ever?
A game that I absolutely hate.
Like, there are games out there that I hate, but I recommend to still people to, like, hey, don't take my opinion. Take the reviews of 100,000 people on Steam.
Well, if you want like really bad games, just sort by like user reviews, then go to the very bottom of the Steam list.
But it's like, it's the fact that, like, when No Man's Sky came out, everyone hated that.
Oh yeah, because he overhyped everything. Oh, we're gonna promise this. Oh,
Yeah, he overhyped it. But there
Yeah.
are people who still play it today that I know.
That's true.
And they love it.
Okay, one game I did not like. I just hated it, and this is kind of same with a lot of people too. Is Destiny. I played Destiny. The combat in that game, fun as hell.
Yeah.
Freaking, but the story, I was like, final boss is just like what, like 3 of like a boss we fought earlier.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the Traveler? Hell, I don't know. It's just been sitting up there, hasn't done anything, but
yeah, that's kind of
there's
the
some
bull
darkness
about-
coming, everybody. Not okay. Storyline wise, I hated the game. Combat's fun as hell though. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. For me, I could go with the Destiny thing, but I kind of like the aspect of a console MMO.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is a console MMO. I do love the console MMO feature of it. Oh.
Because you are a much more of a console player. I love my PC games.
I play PS4. That is it. That is like the solid system I only play. Like I have friends who play the Switch and all that, and I'm not a fan of the Switch. I like some games. There's one game on there that I'll play and I like it. It's Splatoon 2. It's actually a challenging game sometimes.
Really?
Because there's a local multiplayer thing called Salmon Run, where basically it's like waves, and you have to grab salmon eggs that come at like these guys are carrying, put them in this cage thing, and then you got to survive the round. So you got to grab a certain amount and then survive the round. And they go from 5% as their easy to like 10%, 15, 20 to 100. And the most I ever gotten with 2 people is 20%. It's really hard. It gets really difficult. It's like the space gets confined because of water, and it's just challenging. And then more like mini bosses come out, and it's like so many people.
I haven't played. I don't have a Switch. I haven't played any like Switch games. So I
No,
can't
the
really comment
Switch.
anything on
The
the Switch.
Switch.
It's
It's overhyped. It is. It is truly overhyped in my opinion.
Now, can I say I like the idea of having like a gamepad and like a kind of like a mobile gamepad, but you can also plug it into like a dock and put it in your computer. That's a cool idea. I'll totally agree. It's not really my thing because I don't really like to do games when I'm out and about.
No, I brought this up in a previous podcast on the Gaming Network podcast. I did bring it up about how I think it's a joke that the system is getting Skyrim.
Is it getting Skyrim? I didn't hear about that.
At E3, they announced that they're getting Skyrim, and with the Skyrim edition for the Switch, you can get a Link skin.
Really?
Yes, and this Master Sword and the shield. It's the fact that I don't consider Skyrim, because here's the thing: the Switch is a system that you can sit down and play 20, 30 minutes and walk away.
Yeah, it's or let's say you're like, oh hey, I'm gonna be downtown for maybe like 2 hours, and I've got like 30 minutes of downtime.
Yeah, and you
pull out the Switch.
You can bring the Switch and do that, or like say you're waiting for a ride.
Yeah.
In like somewhere, and you got like a 50-minute wait because they're still coming. Yeah, you can play the Switch. It's the fact that Skyrim, in my definition of Skyrim, is a sit-down game where if you can't put in 3 hours or more into the game, not even worth picking up.
Although, can I just say, I did enjoy Skyrim. That was actually, I still need to try Morrowind. I really wish they'd release like an updated version of Morrowind because everyone says Morrowind's really good. But
I've played Morrowind on the Xbox.
Is it good?
It's good. It's rough. It's just Oblivion fixed all the problems that Morrowind had. but Oblivion still had problems.
Mhm.
I love the story though, but it's confusing.
I absolutely, for like my first Elder Scrolls game, I thought Skyrim was awesome. Then again, it was my first Elder Scrolls game. I remember getting it on the Xbox. I was like, I think my third game I want to say that I ever got for my Xbox, because I had a PlayStation 2 for a long ass time.
Yeah, you had a lot of games like Ace Combat and all that.
Oh yes, I love Ace Combat. That's such.
I
That
didn't,
holds it. No, playing it again, it's still fun.
but it's different.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a different view on it.
Your
but
nostalgicness of it is
Yeah,
like kind of it's nostalgic.
It's mostly I'm just looking through rose tinted glasses, but I still like that game. I think it's a fun game, especially Ace Combat 5. That's the best one.
Yeah, but for me, it's like the 360. I did not pick up Skyrim until I think honestly, I did not pick up Skyrim until the PC.
Really?
Yeah. I had a friend who had it for the PS3,
Mm-hmm.
but he never let us play it.
Really?
But I've seen other people play it
Mm-hmm.
over the time, and I'm like, oh, this game looks interesting. Like I played Oblivion,
Mm-hmm.
I played Morrowind, but I never played Skyrim until like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
So
like
it's
I
been
picked up
really
Skyrim,
recent
and I dived in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But then I lost its interest. It was a good game, but I lost the interest. Like most people are like, I've dived in 1,000 hours. I'd rather dive in 1,000 hours into a butt rape and Dark Souls game than a Skyrim game. I'm sorry.
Well, I think the main thing that I liked about Skyrim was I'd never really played, like, until that point, I'd never really played, like, a real open world game. So that was my very first introduction to kind of that, like, scale, too. So when I got in there, I was like, holy crap, can I really just go anywhere I want?
Yeah, that's the fact that open world games are getting so much popular now.
Yeah.
Like,
I love open world games. I think those are, and the way that Breath of the Wild kind of went with it, I think that's
Yeah.
a really cool way to do it.
yeah, I like Breath of the Wild style of it, but okay. I had this debate a few weeks back about rating systems and like the top
Yeah.
10, like 10 out of 10s. Do you consider Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10 game?
I ain't never played Breath of the Wild, so I can't put my opinion on it.
Okay.
I've
No,
never
but
played it.
like have you seen the gameplay?
I have not, no.
Okay.
I haven't looked anything up on Breath of the Wild. I do enjoy Zelda games, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, still my favorite.
Oh.
Now, but I don't know, I just
Okay,
haven't.
did you ever play Skyward Sword?
Yes, I did. That one is my least favorite out of all the Zelda games I've
That
played.
got a 10 out of 10. That got a
don't
10
know.
out of 10.
Freaking that stupid imprisoned guy. I was getting sick and tired of having to fight him for like the 4th time. I was like, dude, what's the point of me even trying to imprison you if you're just going to break out next time I finish a quest?
Yeah, and it's the fact that in the E3 2011 like showcase of it, the Wii remote couldn't connect to the Wii.
That was another thing that now looking back, I'm like, I don't know if I like that it has the Wii or motion control implementation. I don't know. It's not bad. I still beat it, but I still think my favorite one, at least on the Wii, was probably Twilight Princess.
Oh, yes.
I like Twilight Princess.
I played Twilight
good
Princess
game.
actually on the GameCube.
Really?
Yeah, I got one of the few freaking copies.
I played it on the Wii. I still think, freaking though, my favorite one's Ocarina of Time because I have N64 limited edition cartridge with the box and with everything that used to be in it.
I know. Okay,
Oh,
you don't have to
yes.
rub that
Yes,
in.
That is cool. And then I still have, yeah, I got Majora's Mask too, which I like Majora's Mask
I have the gold
too.
edition of
With
Majora's
the holographic.
Mask.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was good. But I find like these games that are coming out more and more, people are like, "Oh, these are like 10 rated games." I'm like, "No."
Yeah, that's my thing too. Is I don't know. There's like with a lot of things like EA and Ubisoft. Obviously, everyone knows about this, but like they've just been like blocking stuff behind. Oh, you gotta pretty much like you gotta buy money and you can unlock stuff like microtransactions.
Microtransactions. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to me.
I-
It's like okay, why with Star Wars Battlefront? That's what pissed me off. It was the fact that they wanted. There's no content to this game.
No, there's not. Because I remember you brought over Star Wars Battlefront and we
And-
played it, and I was like, "What is this trash
Yeah.
compared to what Star Wars Battlefront 2 was?"
Yeah, I know. And the fact was, what was it? They went, "Oh, all the content is in the DLCs," and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I shouldn't have to buy a game and then buy a DLC to fix it. That's the same thing I had the problem with Destiny, okay?
"Yeah,
The Taken King fixes everything. Yeah, but I don't want to have to buy another freaking DLC to have a fixed game pretty much.
no." Out of all the Destinies, you could have literally bought 3 new games.
I'm just like, that's
Because when the Taken Kings edition came out,
just
money. No, when Taken Kings came out, they made a game,
mm-hmm.
the Taken Kings edition,
Yeah.
where you get the first 3 DLCs. Then the Iron one, the Iron Gate,
Crown or something.
the Iron Gate one or something. No, that made a new game, the collector's edition, and I'm like, are we kidding here, guys? We're dropping $180 on brand new games.
Why do I want to spend $180 on a game when I can just get on my PC, get like some indie game, even on like the freaking like consoles too. I can just get some indie game that's like $40 and it's got like triple the content.
Yeah.
That this does.
Yeah.
Why? There is no incentive for me to spend $108 on a game.
There's no incentive to drop so much money. Like, for me, there's an incentive for like Kingdom Hearts because of the nostalgic of it, and like
you absolutely love Kingdom Hearts.
I have the game on my phone, and I'm willing to put 2 gigs of my phone storage into this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little under 2 gigs.
It's a really big game, especially on a phone too.
It is. It's a huge file, and the fact is, I love the series,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're trying to get something new out, like Destiny, it's.
And I understand that the video game companies want to get more money. They need more money to like pay people and whatnot. But it's like, no, I'm not giving. It's like $60 is kind of a lot of money already to begin with. And I understand that as like, oh, we've got a lot of time and effort put into these games. Yeah, but when you release a game that has pretty much no content, there is no incentive for me to drop even $60 on your game.
No, and like I played the beta on the 360, and it was super fun. It was. I can't lie, it was fun. But I'm like, when I found out that was the game, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like that's it.
Are you joking me here? I was hoping there was gonna be loot. I was hoping so much more because the beta was so good. But the fact was that was it.
That's just it. That's the game.
I'm like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So disgusting.
And I'll give like I said it before, I'll give Destiny credit that the combat's fun. I had a blast just running around fighting enemies, but after a while, it's the same enemies with a different reskin. It's just the same game over. It's the same areas over and over. Oh hey, I'm gonna work on this little terminal. Can you sit here and protect me for like a minute and a half? And it's just that over and over and over.
Yeah, but we could say that about most games. We could say
That's
that
true.
we could say that
That's
like
true.
Dark Souls.
It's just the same, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is that Dark Souls had its uniqueness because the fact
unique
that,
enemies.
Yeah, unique enemies.
It still is the same game. Just go here, kill a boss. Go here, kill a boss. But it's the uniqueness of the enemies in the areas that you fight that gives it kind of some personality to it.
Yeah, and like recently, I just found out through E3 that the new Assassin's Creed Origins, there's gonna be like a PvP aspect to it. It looks like because the trailer showed that. The creator of the combat for that was the same director for the combat of the enemies in Dark Souls.
Really?
So
I did not know that.
So I'm expecting great things from this. I am expecting great things because Dark Souls is known for PvP.
That's
they
true.
are known for PvE and PvP.
Freaking, I love PvP in Dark Souls, dude. That's probably the funnest like PvP I've ever done in any game, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So, here's a question: If you were giving suggestion to a new because we're PC gamers, PC Master Race, all that.
PC Master Race all the way.
See, for me, it's PC, PS4, and then everything else can go to hell. No, for real. That is my mindset. Everything else can go to hell. It's PC and PS4.
Come on,
PlayStation.
what about Xbox One? They fixed all the problems.
What problems? The 22 indie games?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Well, no, they fixed all like the always have to be online and the.
I know they fixed that problem, but here's the thing. Here's the solid thing. Why am I dropping $500 on a new system with your biggest title is Forza 7, Motorsport 7? Tell me that. Tell me why is the biggest title that?
Well, I mean, it's been out for a while, a little bit, and they have more games now.
No,
but...
the Xbox One X. When they announced
really?
at E3,
That was
22 indie titles and Forza 7 was announced. That was it. That was it for their games.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some games out there, but some of these games looked like a college kid took his laptop, put 16 to 32 gigs of RAM in there, and just had like Adobe Desk Maya, and just made a game. And it was just like, God, like Life is Strange 2 is coming out,
Mhm.
but it's not an exclusive. It's
Mhm.
coming to the PS4 as well and
Mhm.
PC. And I'm like, where's the exclusives?
Mhm.
Where are the
Yeah, exclusives, buddy. Exclusives. Give me what I want.
It just bothers me. I don't know. Okay, but with the question,
Yes.
what? Sorry.
Nice noise.
Stomach growled. I'm a little hungry today. But what game would you recommend for PC for first timers? Like something that's not challenging but yet still fun. Like for a PC, like I have some guys at my work who ask every time, "What game should I get first for the PC?"
I don't know. Like I'd have to.
And these are guys coming from the console.
It's kind of a hard question, actually. I really wish I would have known this beforehand. I would have maybe like gone through all my games and made a list.
Because I always tell people, if you're looking for a good PC game to start with, if you're not a heavy casual, if you're not a heavy hardcore gamer,
Mhm.
you're casual. I honestly recommend Stardew Valley.
Yeah. No, I've heard that. I've never played Stardew Valley. I probably should try it, but I've heard it's a
My
really
sister
good game.
loves it. My sister is
Really?
like a diehard fan of it. But I tell them, if you're going to start on the PC, start with that. It's an
Mhm.
easy casual game.
Mhm.
Go look at the free games.
Mhm.
I tell everyone, go get Warframe.
Try those out.
Try those out. See what
Yeah.
you like, because there's many different varieties
Mhm.
of games. Like there's MMOs there and all
Mhm.
that. And then you gotta just look it up.
Mhm.
That's how I see it.
Mhm.
But like the first game I'd probably recommend is Payday. Payday 2. If you like tactical
Yeah.
shooters with
Yeah.
friends and all that.
I had a great time on Payday 2, to be honest. I had a great. I mean, obviously I have some complaints with it, but yeah, overall I had a great time on Payday 2.
Yeah, there's complaints on it, but I
Well-
liked it. It was fun.
Put over like 250 hours. I mean, that's not a lot, but
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, dude. That's some hardcore gaming sessions there. I've only put in like 60 hours into it.
oh really?
Yeah, I got it way after you guys.
Hmm.
But my biggest game is Dark Souls, so on the PC, so
Mhm.
I would never recommend a first timer to the PC for that game unless you've played it, like, and you like it.
Yeah.
Because really, you gotta like it. You gotta like it.
There's some people who Dark Souls are not for.
No, Dark Souls, people break their shit.
Mhm.
And I'm like, guys, grow the fuck up. For real, people, grow up. It's not like, my life's ruined because of Dark Souls. No, your life's ruined due to the fact that you can't stop whining. I'm sorry. It's just, it's blatant truth. You can't stop whining, so what's the point? What's the point of dealing with you?
Mhm. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But, okay, some of the games I have on my thing.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh God, what the hell just happened here? Okay, it went from. Don't filter games, damn it! I'm looking on the Steam page
Mhm.
on my phone. So my biggest game is by far Dark Souls 1.
Mhm.
It is. It is considered my best game my biggest game so far. 108 hours. Stardew Valley is my second one. Tied with GTA.
Yeah.
It's tied with GTA, and okay, honestly, GTA, if it wasn't for the fact that you guys started playing it and playing more online mode, I would have never touched it.
Yeah. I think the only reason I started playing it too is because we had people who were playing it. I don't know. GTA is not like my thing where I was like, oh, I want to play it solo online. No, I want to play with people online.
Yeah, but the fact is I'm losing interest.
Yeah. Same. I don't know. It's yeah.
I'm losing interest.
I've got like 100 hours in it. And
I
I'm
feel
kinda
like I've lost interest because I'm so far behind you guys. First off, I'm so far behind. I am 40 hours of gameplay behind all you guys. Because you're 25 levels above me.
Okay.
You're 24 levels above me or something like that. And then like the other guys are 15.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I could catch up, but I got to put a lot of personal time in.
Yeah.
I got to put a lot of grinding time. I got to just join people's random heists
Mhm.
and
You're just like,
try to survive.
I don't really want to do that.
No, I don't want to grind right now. And it's the fact that there's a lot of games out there, and GTA, it's just like Michael wants to do it for like the heists, and I understand that the heists are fun. They
Yeah.
are, but I'm not wanting to. Once it hits like 11 o'clock, I just want to like play a casual game that I like.
Yeah, yeah.
And like just talk and chill and not like worry about stuff. Not worry about like, oh, we need to do this. We need to do this in a heist. We need to do this in a heist. We need to do this. Because those games can be fun. They can be.
Mm-hmm.
They can.
And yeah, and I'll totally say like the heist and just the gameplay. I like the free roam. Honestly, that's my favorite one. But
Okay. Yeah, I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean I do like the free roam though.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part. Is just running around doing whatever you want.
Yeah, I like it. I
Mhm.
really do. It's really solid. Well, I'm thinking we're gonna wrap it up today.
All right, yeah, because I am starving,
Starving.
dude. I need some food.
Yeah, food.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
But thank you, friend. You are a champion.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it that you're willing to take some time out of the short schedule you have.
That's true. I'm not going to be here in Logan that much.
No, you're not, and it's kind of hard to get people to actually do this stuff. So it's like getting people to want to do it. It's like
Yeah,
boy. But there is like I'm thinking about this idea
Mhm.
of doing a Twitch podcast.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like you come on, I get a couple other people, or like you and me just do
Mhm.
stuff, and you
Just like chat over.
yeah chat over line, have like probably a video camera up and such.
And I'll obviously get like a mic, and I still really want your setup that you have.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go and buy that.
Yeah, it's a really nice setup. But yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I'll keep you updated on that.
Copy
But
that.
as always, thank you everyone for listening from the KNS podcast.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank
It's been
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you. As always, you guys have a good rest of your day, and don't forget to remember, have a good day.
Yeah, and make decisions good. Be happy. Just be happy.
Yes. Make good
decisions.
Be happy.
Make good
Don't
decisions.
forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. How you feel about this podcast? What's your favorite game?
Yes.
Question of the day: what is your favorite game to play? Sit down and play.
And what game would you recommend to a like someone who's getting into PC gaming?
So, or like to your favorite system, what game would you recommend?
Yeah.
What to your favorite system? What game would you recommend to a first timer?
Yeah.
Don't forget to leave that comment. As always, have a good day, guys, and game on.